Young ladies and gentlemen, good day to all of you. In international news, the top story is the massive strike carried out by Israel last night, during the night of June 12, 2025 to June 13, 2025, against Iran. The strike was carried out and it caused considerable damage. Israel achieved its objective with the strike. Yes, these were surgical strikes that specifically targeted concrete objectives, and those targets were hit. Israel can congratulate itself on having succeeded. Anyone who says that Israel did not succeed with this strike really hasn't been paying attention and doesn't understand. Yes, and the success of this strike demonstrates the coordinated action that took place around it. There were already rumors circulating that the director of the International Atomic Energy Agency had transferred all of Iran's data to Israel. Since it is the International Atomic Energy Agency, everything that Iran prepares on its soil, Iran is required to submit a report about it. Iran is required to send the names of all its scientists. And a few hours before the strike, not to mention when Israel had announced it was going to strike, this rumor circulated that Israel already had the names of all the scientists working on the development of Iran's nuclear program. And so they are targets. Since the United States of America, Israel both, along with other countries, especially European ones, do not want the continuation of the development of Iran's nuclear program. Now, anyone who talks about the development of Iran's nuclear program is necessarily talking about these scientists who are there working to enable Iran to advance its nuclear capabilities. So, according to Israel, they were legitimate targets. Now, the International Atomic Energy Agency would therefore have played a very significant role, one that was quite negative for Iran. And so, this strike targeted the scientists. It sent them to their eternal rest. This strike also hit high-ranking Iranian officials. That's when you realize that the strike was surgical. It was precise. And as if by miracle, not a single anti-air defense system was able to stop the missiles that rained down on Iran. It should be noted that the pilots who flew these fighter jets, the ones who entered Iranian airspace, all returned safely. They made it back safely to Israel. So, ladies and gentlemen, in this video conference, this is the news we are going to discuss. We are going to dive deep into it. But before we continue, I ask you to share this video conference as much as possible. Give it lots of likes. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. So, let's dive deep. According to official information, 6 nuclear experts were sent to their eternal rest in this attack. 6 experts, and not just any experts. High-level experts. People thanks to whom Iran is able to develop its nuclear program, or who enabled Iran to begin its nuclear development. So we learn that at least 6 nuclear scientific experts were sent to their eternal rest during the attack. This was reported by a local Iranian media outlet. So a few names are mentioned: Abdul Hamid, Minocheich, Amzadeh Reza, Zolfagari, Voila, Mohammed. There are 6 of them. I don't want to list them all. The names are hard to pronounce. So we learned that these people are nuclear scientists who became martyrs of the attack. They were sent to their eternal rest. There is also the commander, or at least the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, who was also sent to his eternal rest. Aside from the head of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, there is the chief of staff of the Iranian Armed Forces, who was sent to his eternal rest. There is also the commander of the emergency command, who was sent to his eternal rest. So, as you can see, 3 distinct branches of the Iranian state whose top officials were targeted by name. They were geolocated, pinpointed to where they were. And then a strike was sent against them. And as if all that wasn't enough, it's not. Israel didn't just limit itself to targeting these individuals. Israel also struck other military installations. And Israel succeeded in its operation. So these 3 institutions, these 3 bodies, which are the most important organs in Iran, lost their leaders. Just like that. So the precision with which Israel acted shows that Israel did not act alone. No. Israel benefited from broad support in preparing this attack. Yes, and it was well coordinated. There must have been a hidden hand from the United States behind this. Yes. So let's continue a bit. Let's go a little deeper. Share this video conference with me, please. Share the video conference. Yes. So, to the very minute, the Iranian Supreme Leader, Ali Khamenei Ayatollah, appointed Mohammad Pakhtoo as the new commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, replacing Hossein Salami, who was sent to his eternal rest during the Israeli strike. So this means the situation is truly serious. The situation is very serious, and these departures for eternal rest have been confirmed both by local media and by other outlets. The Israeli army also claims to have damaged an underground complex at Iran's Natanz uranium enrichment nuclear facility. This is according to RIA Novosti, the Russian channel. So Israel has damaged the underground complex of the nuclear plant, the very plant that produces. It wasn't completely destroyed, but it was damaged. So everything really suggests that Israel succeeded in its operation. 95 people were injured as a result of the Israeli strikes against Iran, according to a report from the Red Crescent. And so the situation is really complicated. Ladies and gentlemen, we will continue to follow this news and everything that comes from it, and we will come back to discuss it here on the Evel the Consciences platform.